bet you thought this was my beard. It's actually a cat. All right. Get down there. What? Daddy's got word for you, Shane. Cool. Good afternoon, everybody. It's always so difficult to get started, but then when I get rolling, I get going. How you doing, everybody? It's another rainy afternoon here in Oregon. So I figured what we would do is we would reach into the almost depleted stores that were sent to us from out east. At the first one, 17. Andre sent a whole box load of toys. A lot of really cool stuff for me to sort of open and review and utilize for the betterment of the lab here. So we are coming down to the last couple of items. I believe one of those to be what we're going to look at here today. So I'm not going to take a lot more time on camera here. Let's just turn it around and get to it.
Oh.
Wow, that sounded way more sexual than I wanted it to. All right, here we go. This is the Marvel Legends War Machine that came out. I think it was 2020, maybe. I'd have to look at the bottom of the box, and I'm not going to do that. I'm kidding, of course. I don't know. It says a bunch of stuff in Arabic, which is nice. This is the Marvel Legends War Machine that Andre sent out to me. And I kind of wanted to give you guys a quick disclosure before I just jump right in and open this up. It can look like we are sending each other stuff that is intensely valuable or hard to find, but in this case and many other cases where Andre has been extremely generous to me, it's also, if you will notice, with stuff that a collector, a really serious inbox collector, all of this wear and tear and the beat nature of the box, as I'm giving you a look around at the artwork on the back, of course, too. The beat nature of this box would be such that more than likely somebody could talk it down way below like what it might have cost. And so we're not being ridiculous with these things that we're sending each other. We send things of value, no doubt. This action figure still has plenty of value to me, especially as an out-of-box collector and as a fan of, the Iron Man suits and the War Machine suits. War Machine was if War Machine had really, really took hold while I was a kid, I would have been all over this, because guns. If you're not familiar with War Machine, it is a suit that was taken from Stark Industries by Tony Stark's friend and helpful test pilot, James Rhodey Rhodes, and he took it and they Of course, the United States government can't leave anything weaponized unweaponized, so they weaponized it. Like, off the chain weaponized it. And they've done a good job with the suits in the movies. I've enjoyed it. But anyway, this box is so chewed up, it's so destroyed, that I don't want anybody feeling like this is anything that's in box still valuable. It really isn't. And as I've said before, if you are investing in collectibles, you are putting your money in the worst place possible, dude. Don't do it. Anyway, let's cut this open and see what Mr. Rhodes is all about. Always remember to retract your knife. I'll probably save one of these side panels because it's really nice. Tack that up on my wall because the artwork is really cool. But best way to open one of these Legends is from the side. There's nothing in there but more cardboard, and I will remove this panel. Ew, there's some kind of bogey on there too. Look at that. I didn't even see that. Ugh. What the hell? Anyway, most of that will be carved up and taken apart, as will this silly clamshell. I hate the stupid clamshells. But there's your obligatory tray shot. Finally getting it out of the actual Marvel box, the Legends box. You can kind of see the myriad of stuff it comes with, including these really killer explosions out of the jet boots. That's a wicked neat effect part to come with it. Let's see, do they do any of that irritating rubber band holding downing of the figure? No. So let's take these out first. Neat effects for the various guns that he has. And here's something that they should do a little more of. They should give you an unmasked face of some sort to go with your figure. Just gives it more personality. And I think, if I'm right, this is a super expensive Marvel Legend, unless I'm mistaken. And just for now, I'm going to leave those other little smoke effects in there, but I'll pull. Ooh, that's cool. I didn't know it would do that. Destroying the clamshell. Go figure. That's even cooler that they give you those two blast effects and then they give you like stands for them so you can have them flying, which more than likely, because I have nowhere to put a figure of this size. Wow. And his legs are bent. One of the problems when you get some of these out of the box is whether they are sort of loose in an area or super tight in an area, like his feet. What's going on with those feet? Again, they come so hard to pose out of the box, but in some ways, and then other ways it's like, wow, did you know how loose this was before you put it in? Okay, that's the second really unfortunately sexual statement I've made. Once again, kids, if you're hearing these words, I'm using them in a sentence. I apologize. But anyway, he's got really nice weaponry, of course, and double elbows and double knees, which is important for a flying character, so that you can get that leg up into an, sort of a way that makes him look a little less, well, like a suit of armor and a little more like a human being. But he comes with these huge weapons which are on ball joints so that you can actually, unclip them if you want. Though he's War Machine, so I'm going to think, no, you're going to want that stuff. And he's got, effect pieces for the missile launcher, which that's really cool. I like that. And arcing effects and firing effects, of course, for his chain gun here. I'm happy that these things came out of the package and they didn't get really, really seriously bent anywhere in the packaging process. But you can have this guy firing on literally all cylinders. There's little smoke curls to put on the muzzles of his weapons. There are also firing effect pieces. This isn't actually a really cool action figure, and I'm gonna have to, after I'm done filming this, I'm gonna have to look up what this thing cost originally. And I'm not trying to put anybody on the spot, Andre, but I am going to print it on the screen, I think, as to what this thing cost initially. I really like this representation of the suit, better than the MCU. Kind of looks more like when I was used to seeing him in the comic books. And let's, I'll tell you what, take his weapons off for a minute, and those can be worked to the back. Those mounts can be worked all the way to the back of the character, so you're not looking at him from the front if he's not using his guns. Or you can still, keep them on the back of the character without having them stick out. But it's a very expressive, got a lot of sass. Got a lot of sass in his neck. He can get all the way around, as some of the figure people like to point out. But then you do have these armor pieces. They were not going to inhibit a full 360. Ow, I just pinched my finger in the elbow. Not going to inhibit a 360, but a human arm never does that, so it would have been all right. I'll tell you what, for an armor suit, this is one of the most posable. Lots and lots of ab crunch for an Iron Man suit. He's going to be sort of bent in that position if he's flying. And then, like I said, double elbows, a swivel at the wrist. Well, it's a ball at the wrist, or no, it's a swivel with a hinge at the wrist. So plenty easy to have him hold various handheld weapons or whatever. Though, You know, it would have been nice to have like sort of an open repulsor hand or something in there, as opposed to all these gun effects. But what do I know? I love the look of the character as this. Let's try his different head on. No, don't take my. Okay, so yeah, it's a barbell neck system, which is nice. And let's put your head on and snaps in place very well. And yes, looks very much like Rhodey. 90s Rhodey, maybe, with the flat top and stuff. But still, it's nice to see the non-Don Cheadle version of the character. I don't mind Don Cheadle as Rhodey. He's been great. But you know, I guess if I'm going to have an action figure, a lot of the time, I would rather have something that's based on the comic book. You know, the cartoon look of the character. I don't mind my MCU figures at all, but I would rather probably have art representations of them. Anyway, there you have it. Pretty cool. And I would like to thank Andre of the First 117 for parting with this figure so that I might give you all a better look at it. Really appreciate the donation, Andre, and certainly all the time. These effect pieces are great. And I'm going to have far too much fun messing around with this version of War Machine. Oh, sorry, Annie. I'm playing with action figures. Anyway, let's move on to something different, shall we? Sure. Well, folks, thank you very much. That's what we got for you here today on Monkey Shine Lab. If you like what you've seen and heard, please like, share, and subscribe as it says on the bottom of the screen. You know the drill. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. It don't cost you nothing to do neither. And then you won't end up with double negatives in your sentences. No, I can't promise that. But anyway, that's what we've got for you here today. Thank you very much for spending your time with us, because we realize there are a lot of people out there that are making content like ours, but you chose us to waste a few minutes on. That means something to us. Thank you very much, and we will see you next time right here on Monkey Shine Lab.